Guys, this is the 7th take, all right? So on the first take, me and Vanessa actually started making a baby. On the second take, me and Vanessa started making the baby without the baby. On the third take, we actually started punching on, didn't we, Vanessa?
I think you started punching on.
All right, I started punching on with myself. I sometimes just punch on with myself, guys. It's a bit anxious sometimes. Like, I know I've felt anxious a lot recently.
I think everyone's sort of feeling like that little bit of pressure during coronavirus. Like, especially being next to your partner 24/7.
Yeah.
I think everyone's having sort of domestics at the moment.
Not really domestics, but it's when my
figuratively speaking.
Yeah, when my girlfriend's sitting next to me in just these tight little jeans, I just want to rip them off, and I start getting a bit anxious about that. And I just want to slide them to this. And guys, it's the Luke Owen 23 show. My name is Luke Owen. We have Vanessa Sierra, my beautiful girlfriend, and this is the Luke Owen 23 show. We are coming in close to 2,000 subscribers, and in about 3 weeks, we'll be at 10 to 20,000 subscribers. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, give this video a massive like. And before you watch this part 2 episode, you have to go back and watch part 1, where Vanessa picked my brain and you went back through my whole life.
Yeah, definitely worth, if you haven't watched it, put this on pause and go back to watch it to sort of understand the storyline, because we did go right from, your childhood.
Well, my first memory was when I got punched and my mum walked past with a massive bag of weed. And then it went all the way to when I started social media and my 3rd video.
So right now we're up to Luke just made his first viral video with his brother Flynn. Do you want to take over from here?
All right, so pretty much we'll just do a little quick recap. So what were we doing? We'd done the mowing the lawn video.
So you had your ant video. Did that one go viral?
No, the ant video got some views, where I went into work and I actually said, all right, guys, I don't need this job. I'm getting signed by everyone. That's what I said. Yeah. I was like, fuck this, I'm getting signed. I went into the lunchroom that day and I'm like, I've got all these people trying to sign me and shit. It was on 40K views. But then my second one went big.
I mean, for something that you've just started, like 40K views is pretty good.
Yeah, but the thing was, in work, I remember all their negative energy. I'd done something good, and like out of the normal society thing, I've done something outside of work that's went good, and I just remember feeling their energy, and it was fucking shit.
Yeah, I think it's like a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of like trying to put you down, so you don't get the credit that you deserve.
Yeah. And also touching on that, so my workplace was like that, but also my family as well. Like, I don't.
Your family.
Yeah. So not
Flynn.
No, not Flynn. He was
Flynn
there.
got the views.
No, Flynn was their focus. But yeah, definitely. A lot of your family starts inboxing you or saying certain things like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're an idiot." And it's like, some of the people closest to you can also be the people that hold you back from what your journey is or what it's meant to be.
Yeah, I think I've been really lucky that my mum's always been supportive, but I think most people in social media experience that. Like, they don't have people backing them until you are successful.
Yeah. But as soon as you start showing money or materialistic things, that's when you've made it. Like, views don't count. If you don't tell them about money, it doesn't count. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's when you start having that materialistic things and living that lifestyle of making it. Yeah. That's when you start. That's when it starts. Looking better to them, and they get on board.
Do you find that a lot of people try and pretend that they were there for you from day one?
Yeah, I think we touched on this maybe in your story where you had people with your schools and stuff, like from your old schools, they actually tried to, say that they were there. And I feel like, 100% a lot of people, they're like, Luke, bro, this and that. But like, I'll remember and I'm just like, cunt, I don't even like you and never have liked you. Like, that's how I think to these people. But I won't tell it to them. I'll just like I'll just laugh in my head.
It's almost like people think that you don't remember the things that they did or the things that they said. Like,
Yeah.
we remember.
Let's just for an example, you go to school with one eye and every cunt calls you one-eyer for your whole school career. And then I didn't have one eye. I'm just saying this for an example. Like, you've got one eye and these cunts think they can rip on you about your one eye all the way through school. And then say one-eyer makes it heaps big. There'll be cunts thinking that they can get away with just, one-eyer, bro, you were a sick cunt in school. You know what I'm like? And it's like, what cunt? Like, I don't even like you, motherfucker. I have not, I think we're getting a bit sidetracked, but fuck yeah.
Well, I mean, it is all part of the story. Like,
yeah, a lot of people try and think that they're a part of, or I feel like some people try and act like I owe them something as well. Is that the same as you?
no, thankfully not for me.
Fuck, I must just come from a weird area where every cunt has 6 fingers. I don't know.
It sounds like you do come from a really toxic area.
It's like my area that I come from, it's like Tasmania on steroids. It's like they got Sus 250 pumped into their fingers and they're just like this. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But there is some good cunts. No, there is some good cunts in my area, but there's a lot of fucking weird cunts. But yeah, let's get back to my story because fuck the negative cunts. But yeah, so I went from the viral videos.
How long did it take you? Can I stop you there? How long did it take you to quit your job?
That's
what I wanna
amazing.
know.
That is an amazing question. I love to start it off like this. So, I was in my job. I'm not going to name their names of the place because we had some dramas with fucking slander shit back then. And I remember my boss. Like, let's just do story time. Yeah, my boss was a fucking retard. Like, he was the boss, but couldn't do anything in the workplace. So, like, you've got machine operators and shit like that, and like, how much would it suck if you were a boss but couldn't do what your workers could do? Bosses are meant to be able to do that. Is that correct?
Did he own the business?
He was like the big boss, and couldn't so the supervisor, you could say that.
Okay, yeah. So if you own the business, I understand.
Different thing, yeah.
But if you're hired to do the job,
You're meant to be able to do the job and then move into that bigger role.
well, yeah, you'd think that the supervisor would be able to teach people.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
that's usually what a leader does.
Yeah. So this Danny bloke was a fucking cocksucker. And yeah, that's what. So I remember he was like, as soon as I stepped away from, I'm not going to talk too much about that job. Actually, I fuck story time. So no, more like, yeah. So the jealousy come because I started getting traction on Facebook and YouTube, and then what was I saying? So yeah, the jealousy come, and then I need to get out of that job, and they tried to get me out of that job because I wore the shirt in a video. So a big thing happened.
That's free publicity.
Yeah. So a big thing happened there, but they couldn't sack me over it.
Yeah.
So they couldn't sack me over it, but they made a big deal and pulled me into the office and done all that shit.
But wait, did you do something that was like pretty bad in the video?
I was wearing, in the mowing video, if anyone wants to watch that, I was wearing their shirt.
But was the video bad at all?
No, and I didn't slander any name. I didn't say their name that bad. They just made a big deal out of it. Like, it's like they had nothing fucking better to do in that 8 hours that they were at work. So they made a big meeting around me doing this video. And I knew at that point I needed to get the fuck out of this. Like, I needed to get the fuck out of this job. So what I done, I threatened a few cunts. Shit, cut that out. All right, it's going to stay in there. But so I had a few fallouts. So I think I was there for a month or so.
So you stayed for quite a while.
Yeah, I was making moves, but I stayed there for quite a while.
Yeah. That's impressive for you because you haven't, like, you had a long history of holding down jobs for 2 weeks and then fucking off.
Oh, no, I was there for a year, 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had those loans as the last episode I was talking about. So I was fucking trying to just figure out exactly what the plan was. And I gradually, I just said, I had enough. There was a few dramas in there and shit like that. And I just said, fuck this, I need to resign. I was full time.
Yeah.
Need to go through the resign, whatever.
Whole process.
They said, oh yeah, all right, you got to give us 2 weeks. I said, no, I fucking don't. Take your money and I'm done. And as soon as I quit that job, it's one of them things where your shoulders have, weights on them, and then it's just like bang. I'm at home, and I quit right near Christmas, I'm pretty sure. So as you in a full-time job, you get about 4 weeks or something, and you got to save your time up for your little holiday over Christmas. I legit made it so I fucking ended it and had a long-ass holiday.
That's sick. And you would have got paid out as well for your leave.
I got paid out. I had leave and stuff like that. I also crashed my car, as I mentioned in the last episode. So my money was kind of looking good. It was, I could quit my job. I just had to be smart with my money. And I definitely was smart and invested it. I think every bit of money, I paid my rent and invested money into, I know it sounds selfish, but 100% myself in every single possibility I could do. I cameras, fucking whatever I could do to build my platforms, I done it.
So you were focused, like you knew you were going to do well, like you knew that was what you were supposed to do.
Well, you've got to remember that I actually I hit some viral videos in that job. So after I've quit, I'm kind of getting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm starting to see what can happen. Like there's money coming in slowly, but it was very slow. And then brand deals come. And when the brand deals come, that's when Yeah. So brand deals come, but they don't come all the time. So it was so hit and miss. So I actually almost sent myself broke by kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting there and then not getting there. And then like I was making money, but then I had to buy something or pay rent and stuff like that. So I was there, but then I wasn't there.
I think that's always the case with social media. When you start out though, it's always like you'll get a whole influx of jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
And
But then they
it'll
can
go
die
quiet
off
for a little bit.
Yeah.
But like when the influx is coming in, you've got this massive ego boost. Like I've been through it.
Yeah.
And then when it dies off, you're like, shit.
Like, don't fucking be smart with your money when you've got money and invest it and stuff like that. But so I was at a point where we were still making videos. There was small amounts of money coming here and there, like a brand deal, $1,000 or, the average person needs about $4,000 to live a month. Like that's like to live and do, socialize and do a bit of shopping, buy some clothes and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was kind of making that money and just getting by. And then I remember shout out to my mate Jason at Zoo Fitness. He's a fucking legend. So I was probably about to give up social media. And then Jason goes, bro, come to me. And Flinny goes, come do some work for us.
Just part-time.
Yeah, 1 day a week, $500. Like $500 for 1 day a week.
What did you do?
Oh, nothing.
Wait,
I think
500 between the two of you or 500?
Yeah, between the two. Like, so it was for me.
Yeah.
But it was getting us by. I could pay my rent. I could, live a bit.
How?
Well, it was cheap. I was still living with my mum.
Yeah, okay.
But I was still paying some rent. And then, and I was just fucking, these times seem were crazy, eh? Like, so it goes from Zoo Fitness where we had about 12 weeks there. And my videos just, it was like, in my head, it's like, fucking Luke, keep going. Like, don't give up. Like, I remember so many times I was like, fuck this. And I actually remember one point where I applied for a full-time job doing water testing again. Do you remember that, Flynn? So I went and applied for the full-time job. Got it with ease. They're like, start on Monday. You're fucking ready. And I went, nah, fuck that. Monday come, and I didn't go. And I believe everything happens for a reason, and it's a process, and trust in that process. But I went to quit so many times social media, and then I just kept going.
Imagine how different your life would be now as well. Like if you'd gone for that job and actually
I'd probably only have one leg.
One leg.
Yeah, I reckon one leg and 3 fingers. I don't know why, but I just think it would have been very different. I would have been hopping. Hoppy.
Hoppy?
Yeah, hoppy. No. So yeah, it was so interesting. I'm probably missing out a lot of things there. But yeah, so I started blowing up on Facebook. I got noticed by a few of the boys that are in social media. They know who they are. And that also was like, fuck yeah, let's get this shit, Like the big names that I was like, I'm going to work with these boys one day. Jackson's one of them, and he like when you get inboxes and whatever about your work, and like about how my videos are performing against everyone else's and shit, it's like, fuck yes, let's get it. Like I was on a wave and I was just like, yep, let's go. Like the wave was building and I'm just surfing down it, just getting it. And we got to about 150,000 followers on Facebook, probably about 40 to 60,000 on YouTube. And then I remember, this would have been right near where we headed off. Jackson moved down to Sydney. So before going to Jackson's, I met a few of the boys here and there and like that are in the Facebook and YouTube movement, and they helped me fucking a lot. Like you would probably understand, like some people that you've worked with, or when you're a smaller person, a lot of the bigger people look after you,
Yeah.
And I'll never forget some people that have just fucking, said, Luke, like here's this, like Luke, learn this shit, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is how you do that. And it's the smallest thing, but it fucking helps you so much.
It makes such a big difference.
And it's like, fuck, like, how didn't I know stuff like that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just even flipping a video on Facebook, Jackson taught me how to flip a video. And it just stands out to me that he taught me that.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking, like.
It's just those little things that usually take years to learn just because, it's just part of the process, and just, even though it's so simple, having someone tell you that cuts off like years of learning.
That's it. Like you could go through learning, but it's like for someone like that. And I'm going to actually, for this part of the video, I'm pretty sure Jackson's name's going to be one of the names mentioned a lot through this, because the guy is just legit. Like it's, and he'll never fucking take this credit, but he kind of like went, like a silver platter, like with a social media thing, and goes, here you go, Luke. Like I done some crazy shit in the videos, but he legit like changed the game. Like, and not just from like flipping videos to, so let's get back on track. So I've got a few followers on Facebook and YouTube. I'm getting brand deals here and there. Rent's hard to pay. Fucking some days we're going to meet up with some people to collab, and I'm like, Flynn, bro, we're not eating all day, but you know, like this is why this cunt is the best cunt. Flynn's behind the camera, by the way, guys. But yeah, like we legit. You remember that shit, Flynn? Like we legit were like, yeah, no, we can eat. Like, why aren't you eating? Oh, don't want to eat, man. Like, yeah, we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like these cunts are all eating and shit. Like, or like I remember meeting up with Jackson in that one day, and like we had hurricanes, and I'm like, fuck, Flynn, can we share the ribs, bro? You know, like, can we share the ribs? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is some real shit. It's like, and we're fucking saving our stomachs trying to film content, and then head back home like eating fucking meagering noodles or something like that. Like that's what builds fucking good shit.
Yeah.
And I'll never.
I mean, I've been there myself.
No, that's it. Like if you want to build, this shit doesn't come easy.
Yeah, I'm like feeling the pain right now.
And it's fucking real, eh? Like the shit, like to build this, like the main hustle was there, and then this side hustle was there, and to keep investing and building into this to make this the main hustle. That transformation there was fucking hard.
It takes a big mental toll on you.
Like these people think, I get inboxes off people on like 1,000 Instagram followers going, oh bro, you know, like I've liked all your shit. Can you like shout me out? I'm like, cunt. Like what I done to build what I did, like there was no cheat ways. There was no fucking.
You can't just get shouted out and automatically be famous.
No, shout outs back then weren't even like, you couldn't tag on your story. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so weird. And before I continue in this, I want to go back a bit. And is that all right to go back a bit?
Yeah.
So I want to just point out some things that really in that growth. So Luke Irwin 23 is there. And he's on about 2,000 followers on Instagram, 10,000 on Facebook. So we're going back. And sorry to rewind, guys, in the middle of the story, but so number one, I was popping.
Made a little bubble.
Where? Just out of my mouth.
That was the weirdest thing.
Was there a bubble?
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. There's a few bubbles popping around this joint. But yeah, so I just want to touch on a few things that actually blew me up. So number one, I'm sitting there. I remember like being around the scooter scene. Wes has got about 50K followers, yeah? And I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm on 1,000 followers. And I'm like, what's going on here? I started tagging my Instagram in my Facebook videos and shit. So every video, we used to have my Instagram bar down the bottom of the video to grow that platform. That started getting to about 5K followers. Got to 5K followers. Then we needed the swipe up link to get my network over to YouTube and stuff like that. So we've went from 5K followers to me going to DEF CON. Now, that DEF CON ticket was a massive investment. So I'm the guy boxing everyone, handing out beers and shit like that.
At DEF CON?
Not at DEF CON, but I went to DEF CON and my stunt was to wear my hat that I wear in my tradie videos. So I wore the Bunnings hat to DEF CON. Bang, grew 5,000 followers. I took about 600 to 700 photos there, or maybe more. Fuckloads of photos that gained me all these followers, yeah, on Instagram. So
what, you took photos with people?
Yeah. So people are coming up, Luke, you're a fucking sick cunt. And my mates on me were like, fuck this shit, man. Like, and I'm just getting surrounded. I'm like, no, I need to get every single photo because these cunts are going to tag me on Instagram. So I went from DEF CON, the morning of DEF CON, to the night of DEF CON. Got to 10K followers. I networked. I fucking went and promoted myself and worked. So that's how I got to 10K. Next minute I can swipe up. Then we skip. So from 10K to now, I'm sitting, 12K. You come around there on Instagram. The Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather fight comes up. Best fucking $50 I ever spent, all right? So this was back when Instagram Live could trend and go into like a world public thing. Instagram Live is just your followers now.
Yeah.
Back, do you remember it?
Yeah, I do.
So Instagram used to go, bang, you've hit top live. You're in top live. I fucking bought the McGregor Mayweather fight, sat my Instagram Live up, went live, bang, went viral. Grew 10,000 followers off that.
Cheers, Connor.
No, Connor, thank you, brother. And I'm going to be honest, that is how. So now I'm at 20K. Now I met Jackson and all those boys at around 23, 25K. So now we skip forward. We're back on track with the story, yeah? Jackson goes, bro, where are you from? And I'm like, Sydney. Do you ever get that? Do people think you're from other places?
Yeah, I get Perth a lot.
Perth?
Everyone
thinks I'm from Melbourne. Melbourne or Brisbane. Guys, I'm from Sydney. Everyone says I'm from Melbourne or fucking Brisbane. My videos are all filmed in Sydney and everyone thinks I'm from there.
I'll be honest, when we met, I thought you were a Gold Coast boy.
Goldie?
Yeah.
My Goldie vibe?
Yeah, you gave me like real big Goldie vibes.
Maybe I should move to the Goldie.
Yeah, please don't.
Fucking
Got a house here in Sydney.
All right, so let's go back onto the thing. So Jackson's gone, bro, you're from Melbourne, eh? You're from Melbourne, bummer, bro. I'm moving to Sydney. Like, you should come up here. I'm like, what? I was like, cunt, I live in Sydney. Where are you moving to? I'm like, cunt, Jackson's coming here. This cunt loves my work. Like, he dead set. Like, that's things that stand out. That cunt was so positive towards what I was doing. And he goes, oh, I'm moving to this place near Penrith. And I'm like, brother! I'm like, cunt, when's this happening, bro? I live 20 to 30 minutes away from there.
Yeah.
So he's moved down there. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's get some work done and shit. No, I wasn't like, fuck yeah, let's get some work done. I think they were on the piss, and I'm not going to mention some other people's names in this podcast because I don't like some of the people. But they were having a party and shit. I skipped that party. I wasn't partying at that time. I was full focused. And then Jackson goes, come out, bro. Let's fucking jump this car into a lake. Me and Flynn go, yeah, cunt, this is us. Let's go. Fun as. This sounds mad. We headed out there, and then I don't know, like a bit of YouTube stuff happened, bit of drama, all this bullshit. I'm going to skip all that shit. And then Jackson eventually goes, like, we were kind of hanging out with Jackson a lot. Like, yeah, like every day. Like, he even left the people at his house that, like, he was, like, meant to be filming with, and just, like, he's like, Lukey, bro, what are you doing? Kind of thing. Yeah, like, and I was like, I was sitting there, I'm thinking, fuck, Jackson's a good cunt. Like, Like he's legit a good cunt. And then fucking, he's just like, yeah, bro, come kick back. What are you doing today? And I remember we were walking somewhere one day, I think it was in Sydney. And he goes, bro, I've got this idea of the silly salmon. And I'm like, cunt, that sounds like the gayest thing I've ever heard. Like, like I don't want to do no silly salmon shit. Like what? Like think about that without it being the video it is today. Like what is that? Like the silly salmon? And he's like, nah, bro, wait,
Just
no
the
lie.
name, like.
No lie. It's the weirdest fucking thing. So the first time I met him, we were sitting at Hurricanes and at Darling Harbour, and we said, imagine if some cunt jumped off that Piermont Bridge. 3 or 4 months later, I'm doing the silly salmon off that bridge, and that video went world. That video went on Ellen and stuff. So
on Ellen?
Yeah.
That's
so
huge.
Ellen covered the silly salmon. Every Australian news channel covered the silly salmon. It went viral on fucking everything. The video got...
Well, it is a fucking crazy stunt. Like, silly salmon aside, what you did was fucking insane.
Yeah. But like with all that, so like, yeah, I wanted to always go big. Like I don't want to fuck around. But I think me and Jackson work so well together because he done some fucking crazy funny shit. And then I think I just went big all the time. And like that combo was like fucking just crazy. And he'd worked, I remember him saying he'd worked with so many people. And our first video, like I remember him ringing me going, bro, like we're driving back to my house and he's like, bro, this video is fucking popping. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like on 2 million views in fucking an hour or some shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll set like next minute it was on 60, 70 million views. And back then, like I didn't really see, these days videos pop, but like back then they weren't popping like that. And I just remember, yeah, when the silly salmon happened, I legit went from 25,000 Instagram followers to 180,000 within a week of organic followers. I was getting 100,000 views on my Instagram story. Like, do you remember that, Flynn? Yeah, like this is the fucking funny thing. So me and Jackson done the silly salmon. Then Christmas and New Year's and all that shit were around. So I went on a 2-week bender. And I'm blowing up in this 2-week bender. Like, I'm legit coked off my head, drinking. Like, I remember this bender and shit, like, no tomorrow with all the Ethan and all them boys and shit. Billy, Ethan, all them. And I'm sitting there not taking in, like, how big I'm growing. Wes is calling me like,
oh, you would have been like struggling to look at your phone.
Oh, no, yeah. I was fucking.
Knowing the states that you get in.
No, like it was, I've got a weird thing. Like every Christmas and New Year's, I bender the whole way through.
Yeah.
And maybe with my beautiful girlfriend, maybe I'll stop that. And maybe we do a little holiday this year or something. Well, I'm sober. I've been sober since.
Yeah, but you're also on bail. Like.
January, that's when it's off. So I'm fucking off for like no, I'm serious. Like I am traveling to every country I can.
If we can, yeah.
No, we will be.
Yeah.
Coronavirus. I'll flog the fuck out. I'll find where coronavirus lives and flog the fuck out of him. So yeah, what were we saying? I got a bit sidetracked.
So you blew up. It was over Christmas and New Year's. You were getting like 100K views on your story.
Yeah. And then so Jackson's pretty much like with that trend. And every single silly salmon after that, I just kept blowing up. My Facebook went from 150,000 followers to 490,000 followers overnight.
That's fucking crazy.
So it blew up. Everything blew up around me. My YouTube blew up. I think my head blew up. Like I was legit like very egotistic and just not giving a fuck. But I don't know. Am I still? Everyone calls me cocky and I'm like, fuck, I'm so kicked back. No, like I see cunts that are cocky. I see Lebo cunts on TikTok thinking they're hot as fuck with their egotistic. Oh, no, I've got to say this. Just random, I've got to say this. The Lebos on TikTok that think they're hot and like doing their little lip thing with their eyes fucking glowing and shit and they get like 10 likes. I love that shit and they're hashtagging the For You page and that. I just had to roast them, sorry. All right, continue. Back to my story. I I seen one of them today. Some cunt doing a bicep curl with his lip like this. I can't be doing that.
Well, how long ago was that? So, because that was all over sort of a 2-year period, like from start to finish.
Yeah, it went.
Well, not finish, but like start to where you are now.
Yeah, it was probably 2 years. So actually, now I've caught on to my next moves.
Yeah.
So my next move was Flynn actually. So I'm blowing up on a bender, and I'm messaging Flynn going, "Hey mate, you good to film YouTube? You know, we're blowing up, bro." And he goes, No, I'm going away on holidays with my missus. I go, all right, fuck this cunt. Oh yeah, his friend. He went away with his friend, not his missus. I said, fuck this cunt. Like, he's dropped. If you're going on holidays, no, yeah, he legit.
So Flynn got sacked for that.
Flynn got sacked. No, because you can't blow up and miss that stage. Like it was like this is our opportunity to work. Oh, Flynn's going on holiday. See you, bro. See you later, cunt. Like, see you later. And then Wes at this point. So Flynn's fucked off. Wes was filming someone at this point, and then their stuff stopped. So then bang, Luke's here. Wes is here. Luke offers Wes a bit of money to come over and start filming me. Bang, we blew up on YouTube. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's where we started making some decent money, and then from there, me and Wes grew the page. Now it's currently on about 400 and something thousand, I think. My Facebook's fucking popping as well, so that's all good. Yep. So I'm gonna skip through that. So me and Wes were working hard.
So how long have you and Wes been working together for?
On social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 years, I reckon. He's always been, yeah. Well, he told me to sell the ant at the start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's always.
So
thrown ideas.
he's always been around.
Yeah, always been around. Like no matter what, he's always like fucking phone call away, like just having a chat about stuff. But yeah, me and Wes, we started building the YouTube and fucking built a really core, real fan base on that. Where when we dropped merchandise and shit, it was just like bang, it would fucking sell out. We just had the boys there. You know what I'm saying? Like we just had that fan base of that, you know, fucking beers, bitches, boobs, and buttholes. No, you know what I'm saying? But we had that fan base, and Wes was like the director and visionary for my YouTube, and then so we go from YouTube. Then what the fuck happened then? Fuck. YouTube's always been just a slow grind. I got into a bit of music, here and there.
How'd your music go?
That went good, and I've got a meeting tomorrow about more music, so I'm keen as fuck about that.
Yeah.
But
I've actually heard one of Luke's songs, and I was actually shocked because it's really good.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I just spat on you.
No, that's all right. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, no. So I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm gonna do some shit. And from there, I've just. So I went back. So it was me and Wes working on YouTube, and then I think I'm not too sure what happened there. But then my next big thing after like my Australian tour and shit with music, I got into music and then done an Australian tour a month later, like sold out fucking everywhere that we went and shit. Like it was fucking. I don't know how.
What do you mean an Australian tour for your music?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, yeah. You haven't actually told me this.
Oh yeah, well it was just a lot of well what happened, a lot of places that we went, it was just snowing all the time, so there was a lot of the weather wasn't too good, and I just, what I like to do is just test out. I like the smell of the snow, so I was just like lining it up and just yeah. But the Australian tour, so I went Adelaide a few times, Brisbane, North Brisbane, or whatever the fuck you want to call that. We didn't go to Perth, but like Darwin, Sydney, fucking Melbourne, all that stuff, and yeah, just done a few gigs, and then after that, I think I went back to YouTube for a bit, and then what else happened? Then I went, then me and Wes started working together again, filming the viral Facebook content.
Yep.
And then so we've fucking started when Wes come into my Facebook channel. It was on, I think, yeah, like 500 or something K. Maybe 600K. Now it's on like 1.6 million. and we've done videos ever since then. So I went from doing mega viral videos, the blind man, all the sneezing pranks and shit.
You got in a bit of trouble as well doing those pranks, didn't you?
Yeah, so at the end of last year, well, it was just before I met you. So at the end of last year, I just with, not going to say too much, but yeah, the pranks did get me in trouble and ended up landing me in jail, which I'll touch on in probably about 10 minutes. So I met you. Sorry. I was on bail for the pranks, strict ass bail conditions, not allowed in Sydney CBD, fucking curfews, fucking this and that. And then we got all that sorted. Shout out to Rabi, fucking my lawyer, number one cunt. He's a good cunt. Love you, Rabi. So he worked for us, got us out of that. A week later, I went back out and pranked someone and got charged again. Bang, straight back arrested. Then I was on fucking bail conditions again all the way through Christmas. I think you know about this because I'd met you at this time. We were kind of kicking it off.
Well, I remember when we first met and you were like, I remember you, it wasn't straight away that you told me that you were on bail, but you did like sort of slide it into a conversation. I think maybe you're a little bit drunk or something and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm kind of on bail. And I was just like, I can text my friends, call me now, like emergency, get me out of here.
But it's not like that one where it's like fucking, you know, oh yeah, I've fucking done robberies and shit like that. It was for pranks.
Well, I mean, in my head, I just saw you, you know, your neck tattoos and stuff, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, here we go.
Oh,
what's this guy
hell.
done?
So yeah, I was on bail when I met you, and then I remember what happened. I pranked, and remember when I've ended up. So we're talking and shit, and then I've ended up not texting you for about 7 hours because I was arrested.
Well, I mean, I kind of didn't talk to you for 5 weeks.
Oh yeah, for jail.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about just before then. So the first time you got arrested.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. I was actually worried because you messaged me all the time and all of a sudden you weren't messaging me. I was like trying to call you and stuff. And I think it was Wes who messaged me.
Yeah, and said let her know that.
Yeah.
Let you know that I was in custody for. I remember Wes was vlogging that day and shit, and I remember just being, I hate that. Like, if you get arrested, just let us walk into the police station. Don't chuck me in the back of the paddy wagon and shit. That's the most degrading shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're arrested. You're not fucking. If you run away once, then maybe do that. But like, just be like, oh yeah, meet us at the police station. But anyway, they fucking handcuffs, get the fuck in the back of the paddy wagon and shit.
You've been a bad boy.
Over a fucking prank. And then that all got sorted. I was on bail for that. And then I breached it. And now we're coming up to about a month or a bit ago. And my story kind of comes to a close here because we're not going to get too much into it, but now I'm just living life. We've moved in together. We're all fucking. It's all fun. I'm on fucking strict orders still, but hopefully that all comes good.
Not long to go now.
Yeah. Thanks to you, Vanessa, for being a part of my life and all my family as well. They're fucking amazing. But just onwards and upwards here. No more public pranks, guys. If you're from if you are my OG fans, yes, I'm fucking not allowed a public prank right now. It's actually a condition, so it's not like every cunt's like Missy old Luke. It's like cunt. I can't fucking film them. If I could film them, I actually love
like
pranking.
You will literally go to jail.
Yeah, it's like, put up with this cunt posting his OnlyFans shit or fucking have me in jail, and I'd rather just post naked pictures because I'm very confident about my dick. If you're not subscribed to our OnlyFans, it's lukevanessa.com. It's the link in the bio, the only link in the bio, and it's fucking a very good site. There's about 70 posts on there.
Yeah,
of me and
more
you,
than that, I think now.
Yeah, me and you, pretty, not much clothes on, doing some interesting stuff.
Not much. You mean None.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. That's it. If you want to see her rack, it's fucking there. Also, this podcast, I'm not going to drop off on this. I've got some big shit coming. I've got something being worked on tomorrow, which I'm fucking keen as for.
Super excited for that.
I hope you guys are excited as well. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe this channel. Turn on post notifications because we're coming up to fucking 2,000 subscribers in a couple of days.
Killing it.
We've got over 50,000 views on this channel already. And it's fucking positive feedback. One negative comment I seen was me swinging cats against the wall.
I mean, you would have been like 5 years old. You can't.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Don't bully a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and don't bully cat. No. Yeah, anything else you want to add in, Vanessa? Anything else?
Not really. I mean, this podcast has been all about you, and it's a pretty fucking amazing story.
Yeah.
I think one thing you did miss out is like all your investments and everything. Like you're fucking killing it. It's not just social media. Like you're killing it in other avenues as well that people don't see.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like to talk about it too much, but Luke's doing pretty fucking well for himself, and I'm proud of him. Thanks for watching, guys.
I think thank you so much for sitting through the 2 episodes of my life because it was a long one. But yeah, guys, as I said, make sure you smash the subscribe button. If you don't know what the subscribe button looks like, it is the same color as my jumper. Also, make sure you turn on post notifications. Fucking like this video. Follow Vanessa on Instagram. It's Vanessa Sierra. Is it? It's Vanessa Sierra or Vanessa?
No, Vanessa Sierra.
Was it ever It's Vanessa Sierra on Instagram?
That's my backup account.
Oh, all right. So, yeah, give her a follow and make sure you don't forget to follow the fucking OnlyFans account as well because that's my favourite shit to create right now. I've got a few things to create right now. Podcast, I love them. OnlyFans, content with you. Fucking love that. That makes me horny. And also my Facebook pranks, YouTube and shit like that. Guys, it's your boy Luke on 23 and this is the Luke on 23 show. Fucking see you next time. Peace.